Let me introduce them. Tonya Veitch currently serves as a Senior Management Analyst with the Santa Clara County Office of Sustainability, where she leads the county's master plan and energy efficiency programs. As a Bay Area native and Sunnyvale resident, Tonya is committed to building a healthy, sustainable, and a resilient community for all. And hopefully she food cycles. Breann Boyle is a management analyst for the county of the Santa Clara County Office of Sustainability as well. She works primarily on climate action planning, energy programs, and policy development. Breann previously worked on stormwater compliance at San Mateo County, which stormwater is near and dear to our heart at SSV. So I wanted to make mention of that. Welcome, Tonya and Breann.
Thank you so much, Dennis. And I'm gonna just flip it over so I can share my screen. Let me see. Maybe folks can give me a thumbs up if you can see the presentation. Okay. All right. Perfect.
Thumbs up.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tonya Veitch. As was mentioned, a sustainability analyst with the County of Santa Clara Office of Sustainability, and co-presenting with me today is Breann Boyle, and we're excited to share about our office programs and the various education and engagement opportunities and resources that we have here in the county. So throughout our presentation, we'll be highlighting many resources. Our slide deck will be shared after today's event, so that way you have links to those resources. Climate change is an urgent concern confronting our world today. The burning of fossil fuels for transportation and energy, the primary driver for climate change, is already affecting Santa Clara County. Rising temperatures and seas, more extreme wildfires and flooding from extreme storms are some of the climate-related risks we face. In Santa Clara County, we are projected to experience an increasing number of heat days above 95 degrees and about 2 feet of sea level rise and up to a 7-fold increase in our wildfire risk. The current pandemic made us more acutely aware of the challenges of housing affordability, food insecurity, people and businesses struggling to make ends meet, greater demands on the healthcare and social services, and the need for resiliency. The impacts from climate change would be similar to the pandemic, except that it unfolds in slow motion. So people can't immediately experience the devastating effects, even if we know it is happening. Like the pandemic, it feels overwhelming, and it gives us a sense that the individual actions don't matter. However, there are things that we can do at the individual as well as the system level to make a difference to ensure the physical, social, and mental well-being of all of our residents. So for our presentations, we like to incorporate a little edu-tainment where we combine education and engagement. So having said that, I would like to encourage you to participate in our poll using your smartphone or a laptop. Please go to www.menti.com and you can enter the code 10064172. I'm going to switch over my screen so that way we can see your answers pop up in real time. So don't worry, this information is also, I believe, provided to you in the chat, and it will also be on the next screen that I share. So let me just pop over there and I can share my screen. Breann, can you see the question? Perfect. Okay, so the question is, what is one sustainability practice that you've tried recently? So I'm seeing a couple answers already in here, and folks are really pumped about recycling. And someone also said turning off their lights. So we'll give it a little bit of time so that way folks can have the chance to log into Menti and insert the code. I'm also seeing that someone is looking into replacing their lawn with more sustainable landscaping. This is perfect. We're probably hearing about all the talk around the drought and everything right now. And Breann's actually going to be talking a little bit about rebates and incentives that are available for you to make the switch to more drought tolerant landscaping. Food cycling, awesome. So someone's been trying food cycling. I live in the city of Sunnyvale, and we have a food cycling program for the past couple of years, and it is great. Let's give it maybe a few more seconds to see if folks have some other things that they're doing. Maybe a little prompt is, what did you do for Earth Day? Is there something that you maybe did, out of the norm of your daily routines, but you did it for Earth Day? And kind of like your contribution to that effort. Let's see, we'll give it a little bit of time. I know we have a little bit of a smaller crowd today, so we'll just give it a few more seconds. Oh, someone's incorporating Meatless Mondays. I do the same thing. I do Meatless Mondays, and it's been a game changer, right? Awesome. Well, feel free, I'm going to keep us moving along, but feel free to keep putting in those answers so that way we can capture that through our presentation. So I'm going to just switch over again, stop sharing my screen, go back to our presentation, and then we can keep it moving along. Okay. And so the vision to build us a livable, equitable, and resilient Santa Clara County is achieved through a recently adopted sustainability master plan that prioritizes action across 4 priority areas, 8 goals, and 30 strategies. Through these 8 goals, we work to reduce greenhouse gases and build resilience to the threats of climate change and natural disasters, enhance and protect natural resources and habitats, and reduce the cumulative impacts of environmental hazards, improve the health of the community and the conditions in places where people live, learn, work, and play. We build financial security and prosperity for all and promote leadership and collaboration. The implementation approach by our office is to integrate sustainability as a core function within county operations, provide capacity building and technical assistance, coordinate and support cross-departmental sustainability efforts, and build networks and empower collective action and transformation. I'll hand it off to Breann to share more about our priority areas and the programs. Take it away, Breann.
Thank you, Tonya. And as I was introduced, I'm Breann Boyle. I'm a management analyst in the Office of Sustainability. And I'm going to share more information about the county's programs. So one of the programs the county is committed to is becoming carbon neutral by 2045 and becoming resilient in the face of future hazards. We do this by reducing greenhouse gas emissions within our own operations through renewable energy projects, electrifying our buildings and our fleet, and by promoting public transit, carpooling, biking, walking, and telecommuting among employees. On the community side, we have launched the Climate Roadmap 2030, which will help work towards countywide collaboration on climate issues. In the coming months, we will be reaching out to community organizations to ask for feedback on which climate action activities we should prioritize. For those of you that are in the market for a new vehicle, the Air District's Clean Cars for All program offers income-qualified residents up to $9,500 to retire their old car and replace it with a plug-in hybrid, battery, or electric vehicle, or up to $7,500 for public transit or e-bikes. And next slide, please. Perfect. For many of us, this past year meant we've been spending a lot more time in our homes than usual. By now, you probably have a list of improvements that you want to make to your home. The good news is that there are rebates available to help offset the cost of your energy upgrades. To help guide you through this process, you can contact the Bay Area Regional Energy Network Energy Advisors for free, non-biased advice and resources. The energy advisors help identify rebates, incentives, and technical assistance to upgrade your property. The energy advisors will also provide referrals to other providers, including PG&E and other local programs. And next slide. Last year, we experienced unprecedented challenges from extreme heat, wildfires, and smoke. And unfortunately, we know that climate hazards are projected to get worse and worse with each passing year. As our office updates the climate hazard maps for Santa Clara County, I wanted to share some of the early modeling. The map here shows the projected number of days with maximum temperatures above 95 degrees over the next decade. It ranges anywhere from 5 days per year in the north part of the county, 10 to 13 days per year in San Jose, and 25 days per year in South County. The changing climate is no longer an issue of the future, and it is critical for us to take some of the lessons we learned from the COVID response and apply it to increase our preparedness. For those of you that live or work in Santa Clara County, we highly encourage you to sign up for Alert SEC, which is the county's official emergency alert system. Signing up is one of the easiest steps you can take to prepare yourself and your family for an unexpected event. Next slide. Protecting and enhancing the county's natural environment is critical to address the challenges posed by climate change and the historical disparities in environmental risks and exposure. One of the ways that we do this is by implementing pest management practices to keep our parks, roadways, and waterways healthy. For example, nearly 99% of the total county park landscape is being managed non-chemically. Our goal is to plant 3,000 trees by 2023 to improve urban heat conditions, tree canopy, and air quality in high-need areas. 1,000 mature trees is the equivalent to removing nearly 300 cars from the road for 1 year. You can support our efforts by signing up to become a tree steward, working with our city forest to plant a tree in your home. And you can also get paid to replace your landscaping with drought-tolerant native plants that use less water through Valley Water's rebate program, which offers rebates of up to $3,000 for landscape conversions, irrigation equipment upgrades, rain gardens, and more. And next slide. In Santa Clara County, wide health disparities persist among different socioeconomic groups and across geographies. The county continues to work towards a healthier community by ensuring residents have access to healthcare, affordable housing, and a social safety net, and are resilient to future climate threats and pandemics. We also want to provide opportunities for learning, employment, and civic engagement that builds capacity and leadership of historically marginalized communities. The county launched the COVID-19 Community Ambassador Program, and we are in need of leaders like yourself to serve. Ambassadors help educate our community about COVID-19 as we continue to distribute vaccines. Santa Clara County had over 1 million registered voters for the presidential election last November. Voters actually have the option to receive their county voter information guide electronically instead of by regular mail. So you can help us save trees by going paperless. And next slide. Thank you. Santa Clara County has often been touted as one of the most desirable places to live and work. But the benefits of this thriving economy are not felt by all equally. And historically marginalized communities end up carrying most of the burden that comes with this prosperity. The county has several projects in the works to create a community that provides opportunities for all to thrive by prioritizing local hiring, green businesses, and sustainable purchasing. The Green Business Program helps businesses find ways to become more efficient, healthy, and attract new customers. You can register to become a certified green business, and one of our team members will be in touch with you. Additionally, you can consider supporting one of the 250 certified green businesses in the county, with services ranging from restaurants, retail, auto repair, and more. Next slide. Lastly, as Tonya mentioned earlier, the county adopted the Sustainability Master Plan in January. We recently launched a publicly accessible website and data dashboard that allows community members to easily view and track annual progress through interactive visualizations. And one of them is shown here. I encourage you to explore the Sustainability Master Plan website further. All right. Well, we want to say thank you so much for your time, and Tonya and I are happy to answer any questions that you may have or any questions in the chat for the Q&A.
Thank you, Breann. Let's see, in terms of questions. Checking out a little echo here. But in terms of questions, I don't see any that came up in terms of, but in terms of the, did you want to check the Mentimeter? If there were, I don't know if you are accepting any additional answers.
It looks like we had the same responses, so no additional new responses.
Yeah, I tried to put something in about planting bee and butterfly friendly plants, but it was, I guess, after the cutoff point. So anyway, thanks for the overview too of available programs. We did have a lot of utility folks on yesterday too, kind of getting into some of the different programs coming up, even e-bikes now with Peninsula Clean Energy. So as we, I guess as a homework assignment, what would you assign listeners to look into if you had to choose one kind of program to go after?
I have a couple ideas. Like Tonya mentioned, we're going to be sending our slides to all the participants, and those have links to all the programs that we mentioned. So I know it can be overwhelming sometimes to try to choose. So honestly, I would say if you heard about a program and you were like, oh, that sounds like something I could actually try out, pick that one. Start with something that's easy for you to implement and then build momentum, and you can try others after that. But I don't know, Tonya, if you have anything specific you wanted to emphasize.
I think, Breann, you touched it really well, and just saying there's a variety of things. Sustainability is so broad, right? You can do from safe and active transport, you can do transportation and like participating. Well, one actually opportunity, maybe it's a good plug, is that on Friday, so tomorrow, it is bike to wherever or wherever day. And so maybe that's one of your steps that you can even take, is just trying to see how you can switch out your vehicle for some foot-powered action. So look into even participating in Bike to Wherever Day tomorrow, and you can check it out by looking at for more information at the Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition website.
I love that idea, Tonya.
Yes, very good. And actually a bit of a homework assignment for you two, because I know you're talking about soliciting comments and opinions and doing community outreach. Later on in the day, I think it was originally scheduled for a 4:35 start. I think we'll get back on schedule. So Nora Grossman from VOCA is going to be on, and she has a really interesting solution that some cities are using for direct feedback. We call it micro polling. And so that may kind of be an interesting thing to come into play. And I know they're interested in piloting that throughout a bunch of cities. So anyway, just we got homework assignments all over the place, and
I'll check it out.
Yeah. So thanks, really, thanks for coming and presenting these options and kind of getting us into the Sustainapalooza mood here.